What's up, guys? So I've really been slacking recently with trying to put out 2 videos a week. A little while ago, if you guys have been following the channel for a while, I had a regular upload schedule of every Wednesday and every Saturday, but recently just with school and work and everything, I haven't been able to put out that many videos, but I'm really trying to make a conscious effort to get back into it. Looking at some of my friends who do YouTube, like Robbie Boyd, he has been growing his channel so quickly. Christian Meyer is also doing super well, and just looking at them, it just makes me realize I need to kick myself back into gear and keep putting out videos. So I thought this morning I would make a video for you guys that it's something that I think would be really educational, just with the knowledge that I have and what I've gained from racing that I could give to you guys. And also, this is a really easy video for me to make. I'm still wearing my pajamas, I didn't even have to get dressed to do this video. So let's get into it. The topic of this video is going to be track days versus autocross days, and which one is right for you. Now, when I first got into racing, I knew I wanted to go to the track. But to be quite honest with you, I really don't know why I chose the track over autocross. I really had no justification to back it up. I just knew I wanted to race on a track. But now that I've done both events, I think I could give you some helpful tips as to which one you should pick. So how this is gonna go down is I'm gonna make a pros list for each event. On this side, I'm gonna have track, and on this side, I'm gonna have autocross. And I'm gonna start with every factor of the day, or at least the factors that I see most important for deciding which one you should attend. Now, the initial first factor is the cost of the event. So the next track day that I'm going to is at the Fontana Auto Club Speedway, and that event cost $200. $200 just to attend the event. While at the same place, at the same day, they're holding an autocross event, and that was $80. So you can attend practically 2 autocross days for the price of that one track day. So that would be a win for the autocross. It does cost less. Now, the next factors that I'm gonna get into as far as which one you should pick are factors that a lot of people don't really think about when they're trying to decide which event to attend. And those are the reliability and maintenance issues that come with track and autocross days. Just a disclaimer, a lot of these numbers that I'm gonna be saying, or a lot of these statistics, are just what I've observed or what I've read online. All of these are completely left up to the user. For example, if I say right now that a track day wears 1/6 of your tires, but maybe for you, you go through an entire tire in one track day, or maybe they last you 20 track days, that's completely up to you. It really is down to the user, but this is either A, what I've experienced, or B, what I've read online, which is what other people have experienced. So that's just the information I'm trying to give to you. So back to the topic. Tires can wear, in my experience, anywhere in one track day can do 1/4 of your tires to 1/6 of your tires, meaning that in 4 to 6 track days, you can go through an entire set of tires. While autocross days, online what I've read is that people have done up to 20 autocross events on their tires. And of course, like I was saying earlier, this is completely malleable. It's completely left up to the user. But from what I've seen and what I've experienced, and also what I've read online, track days wear your tires a lot more than autocross days. So that's also a win for autocross days. Next is going to be brake pads, which in a similar sense to tires, A, is completely up to the user, but B, what I've read online and what I've experienced myself is that track days wear your tires a lot more than autocross days. Even though you do a lot of braking in autocross days, it's the high speed braking in track days that wear your brake pads a lot more. So that again, a win for the autocross days. The final thing is oil as far as maintenance goes. After every track day, you're supposed to change the oil in your car because you push your car so hard, while in autocross days, you could probably get away with changing it every 2 to 3 events. So that's just a lot cheaper too. So right now the autocross days are looking a lot better than the track days. But let me make a defense for the track days. In my personal opinion, from the events that I've attended, I personally find track days a lot more fun, but also a lot more rewarding than autocross days. I really felt like I was improving a lot at every track day that I go to. Every time I go around the track, every time I learn the line a little bit better. You could see it in your times. I felt a lot better about my driving. So in my opinion, you gain a lot more driver experience at a track day than you would at an autocross day. Again, that's really left up to interpretation, but a person who's attended both, I can tell you that in my opinion, you feel a lot better about your driving and you feel like you've improved as a driver at track days a lot more than autocross days. Now, the final thing that I want to talk about, this is really a ding on both, or in other words, none of the categories really win on which one they're better at this, but both events wear and push your engine harder than it's ever been pushed before. Before I went to the track, I used to do a lot of canyoning, and I used to think that was pushing your car to its limit, and that was the most you could do with your car. And after going to track days and autocross days, I can tell you that what you can what you can do on the street is nothing compared to what you can do on the track as far as how much you're pushing your car. It's unbelievable how much strain and how much wear you put on your car at track and autocross days. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before on the road. So the wear that you put on your car over time will lead to maintenance issues. That's just a given. The more stress that you put on your engine, the sooner or it will explode. So both events are going to put a lot of wear in your car, and that's just something that you have to accept if you're going to do one of these days. So right now, autocross days are probably looking a lot better than track days, but like I said, I personally find track days just more fun and more rewarding, and I honestly think that that makes up for the costs that you spend on track days more than autocross days. So now you're kind of back to a blank slate, which is that autocross days are cheaper, but in Oren's opinion at least, track days are more fun. So which one should you pick? And this, I think, is really the deciding factor for which one to pick. And this is, I really think, the piece of advice that I have that I can give to you that people who have not attended track or autocross days really can't give you. So my car, the car that I race with, the FRS, is not my daily driver. I actually have another car that's my daily driver. It's my G35. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know which one I'm talking about. That car, having a daily driver that is not the one that I race, allows me to push the car that I race a lot more than I would if it was the car that I relied on to get to work and to school. But not all people have that luxury, and I completely understand that. So if your car is your daily driver and you still want to attend one of these events, in my opinion, you should choose autocross. And the reason for that is because when you're at an autocross event, you're in a completely asphalt area with cones set up. So if you spin out like I did, there's really not much to hit. Of course, this is completely left up to every individual track and autocross event, because at some autocross events there may be a wall that you could hit. But at most track days there are walls, and even if there aren't walls, I've seen people get into accidents not involving a wall but just involving like spinning out that you wouldn't experience in autocross events. So for example, at the second track day that I went to at Streets of Willow at Willow Springs, there was an S2000 that was going around a corner, and he panicked and braked and spun out. And when he spun out, because of the high speed, he went into the dirt really hard and destroyed his rear axle. In an autocross event, even if you could go off into dirt, you wouldn't have that much speed to destroy a rear axle as well as he did in his S2000. So at the end of the day, if this is the car that you rely on to get to work, then I think as far as making sure you drive home safely and your car is still in one piece at the end of the day, autocross days you can count on to be a lot safer than track days. Another thing is that when I spun out at the Fontana Auto Club Speedway last time I was there.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I came very close to hitting a wall, which just shows you that the two times that I spun out at an autocross event, it was no big deal. I just got back on the track, no biggie. And then at the track day, I got very close to actually destroying my car. So if the car is your daily driver, I'd recommend autocross. If not, then track days I think are more rewarding as a driver. I hope that this video helped you guys out a lot. I'm just trying to share my knowledge with you guys. So if you guys like these videos where I just sit here and I talk to you guys about different things that I've experienced or different information that I have, then share that with you guys. Make sure you hit that like button so I know that you guys like these and I can make more of these. We'll be back at the Fontana Auto Club Speedway November 5th, but I will still try to put out some videos before then. Make sure you guys subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. I'll see you guys next time.